and today I'm going to introduce this paper named English Language Learning Strategy Used by Chinese Senior High School Students. And here's the citation, and this paper is from English Language Teaching. And here's the content of today's presentation, including introduction, literature review, methodology, result and discussion, critique and suggestion, and the last one is my personal reflection. In introduction part, there are 3 sections, including background, the purpose of the study, and the last one is research questions. And in China, senior high school is a very important stage in a person's life because the study in senior high school determines whether a person can go to have higher education or not, and what kind of higher education a person can have. And the purpose of the study, in order to provide more evidence for the research of language learning strategy. This study aims to examine the language learning strategy used by senior high school students in China. And there are 3 research questions in this study. First, what is the general pattern of language learning strategy by senior high school students in China? Second, what are the differences between male and female students in using language learning strategies? The last one is, are there any differences in strategy used among students in different grades? In literature review part, there are definition and classification of language learning strategy, then research into language learning strategies. And definition and classification of language learning strategy according to Oxford in 1990. Language learning strategy were divided into 2 groups, that's direct and indirect. And indirect strategy, they are memory, cognitive, and compensation strategy. Memory activity of memory such as using flashcards, like picture and words together to memorize the words easily. And cognitive such as previewing the lesson before class and taking notes during the class. And as for compensation strategy, like using prefix, roots, and suffix to guess unknown words during the test. And in indirect strategy, there are metacognitive, affective, and social strategy. And what is metacognitive strategy? I think that is a kind of ability to know what to learn and how to learn well. And for example, if students want to get higher scores on TOEIC test, they know they could go to a bookstore to buy some book to improve their ability on the test. And effective is when a student feels a lot of pressure about their test or study, they will take a deep breath or listen to music to relax themselves. As for social strategy, is maybe a student has some problem, they will ask others for help. And research into language learning strategy. Early research are focused on listing and classifying language learners' strategy use, especially strategy used by good language learners. Later on, the study changed into investigating the relationship between language learning strategy and success in language development, and strategy use and language proficiency. And in methodology part, there are participant and instrumentation. The participants in this study were 150 senior high school students in Zhejiang province. And among these participants, 76 of them were male, and 74 of them were female, and 51 of them were from 1st grade, and 49 of them were from 2nd grade, 50 of them were from 3rd grade. And the instrumentation of this study was strategy inventory for language learning, and the participants were able to finish the questionnaire in 20 minutes during the class. And in questionnaire, each statement on the questionnaire has 5 Likert scale. 5 Likert scale, which is ranging from 1, never or almost never true of me, to 5, always or almost always true of me. And in result and discussion part, I will show you the results of the research questions. Research question 1. What is the general pattern of language learning strategy by senior high school students in China? The table showed that compensation strategy was used the most frequently by senior high school students in China. The reason for that may because their learning strategy was related to their English proficiency, and compensation strategy provide concrete detail. For example, practicing language pattern and reworking language materials. And research question 2. What are the differences between male and female students in using language learning strategy? The table shows that the results show there is a significant correlation between gender and using language learning strategies. The reason for that may be in senior high school, females are more active in using strategy and more stable in attitude and motivation. And research question 3. Are there any differences in strategy used among students in different grades? The table shows that when students go higher grade, they will use language learning strategy less frequently. And the reason for that may be due to the pressure of university entrance exam. Because in 3rd grade, senior high school students need to get a higher university, so teacher always give them piles of tasks to practice the test. So students in senior high school have no time to practice other strategies. As for critique and suggestions, teachers should pay special attention to the use of language learning strategy among students and train them to use strategy that are beneficial for them on the basis of differences in their characters. And why is it so important for teachers and students to know language learning strategy? For teachers, know more about their students and teach them more efficiently. As for students, understand more about their own learning style and learn language more easily. And at the end of my presentation, I want to share you a sentence from Jim Rohn. Either you run the day or the day runs you. So let's get started on our thesis writing. And this is all my presentation. Thanks for your listening.